It is finally upon us. Georgia comes to town on the night that Cam Newton is getting his number retired.
There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going running all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game.
Hello and welcome to this episode of War Eagle Weekly. How we doing, Josh?
We're doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I am still reeling from last week's loss. If you are here to try and see what our reaction is going to be, go ahead and click that link up there at the top over there. I will leave that link there for the
Blah
reaction
blah blah blah.
video. Oh, man, yeah. But this week we are talking about Georgia. The game is going to be 6:30 p.m. on ABC. We got ourselves a night game for the Georgia rivalry game, Josh. Deep South's oldest
Love it.
rivalry. It could not have worked out any better for us, right?
I love that we have a night game and Jordan-Hare against Georgia. Jordan-Hare is haunted, especially at night, and who better to haunt than the Georgia Bulldogs? I'm stupidly and ridiculously optimistic
Oh
about
my
this game. I should not
gosh.
be. I have no reason to be,
You have
but I
no
have a
reason.
reason. I have a reason as to why I think I should be.
Dude, it's the voodoo that's going on there in Auburn, man. It just every former player of other teams, they talk about it. There is just something about that stadium. There is just and so I think that's got to be the confidence. That's the only thing we can be confident about, that in the defense. But let's first talk about the offense. In your opinion, I want your opinion. What does Auburn do on offense to right the ship? Because there's a lot that has to be righted.
Run the damn ball.
Oh, say that again. I'm
Run it.
sorry. Say that again.
Run the damn ball.
Yeah, yeah.
Run it. Run the damn ball.
Yep. Sandra
Run to
Bullock
set up
said
the
it.
pass.
Sandra Bullock said it best. Run the damn ball. Yeah, no.
You know, funny thing, Hugh Freeze was Michael Orr's head high school football coach.
Yep, yep. No,
So
that
I
is
mean,
who she
that's
is
fitting.
yelling at.
It's fitting.
That is who she is yelling at in the movie. They changed his name not to embarrass him, but that is the coach that she was yelling at, telling him to run the ball. And I gotta say, she obviously knows her football because that shit is real. Okay,
It's real.
I agree with you. We got to run the ball. This Georgia defense is not as good as it has been in the past. It doesn't have as many first round talent on it as it has in the past, it feels like. They seem ripe for the picking. Coming off of the Alabama loss, um, us having the bye week, um, Georgia having a rebound against Kentucky, so they're starting to feel themselves a little bit more, but we have everything that we can to really punch them in the mouth and win this game. But that's if we committed to the running game. If Jackson Arnold and Hugh Freeze get out of their own way and run the ball like they did in the Baylor game. I don't care if we have 110 yards passing at this point. I just want us to win. You said it in last episode. It doesn't matter. Who cares as long as we're winning?
Yeah, it does not matter whatsoever. Just get the dub, dude. Get the green W on the schedule and move on.
Yep.
Eh, everything else will come later.
Yep. Things get easier after that, although Vanderbilt still looks good. You have Missouri, who a lot of people are still high on. I don't necessarily see it. They're getting good quarterback play for the most part, but outside of that, I just don't see it. Plus, can you believe it? Missouri, they're gonna be for the first time leaving home when they play Auburn. They will have played every game at home up to that point. So you gotta feel good about that. Yeah, no,
What a
exactly.
cupcake schedule.
Right,
My
right.
goodness.
So after this Georgia game, you got to feel like we should be able to do better, and I think we're not going to see a stronger defense until we get to maybe Alabama, and that's being generous about that Alabama defense. our defense that we have seen, the defenses that we have seen in these last 2 weeks, and three if you include Georgia, are going to be the three toughest defenses that we're going to see all year. And so you got to feel like the offense is going to put something together after that. But we just need to get the ball rolling in the right direction against Georgia. And I think that we can. But I agree with you 100%. We have to run the ball. If we do not run the ball, then we are going to be in trouble. If we go through the entire first quarter without a running back getting a carry, it's going to be a
We're in
long
trouble.
effing day, dude.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to be in trouble if that happens again. I'm hoping Hugh is right when he said adjustments have been made. I mean, we can only wait to see now.
Yeah. So we've continued to talk about it, but the defense has put together back-to-back stellar games. Can they add a third to that against Georgia and Gunner Stockton?
Yes, I think they can. I've said it all year long. I've said it in the preseason. I am not impressed with Gunnar Stockton. I mean, if you really want to look at it, he only has 200 more passing yards than Jackson Arnold, and
Really?
yeah, he is 199 more passing yards than Jackson Arnold.
Whoa.
I'm sorry, 201 yards passing more than Jackson
Still.
Arnold. So again, I
That's
am not
huh.
terribly impressed with Gunnar Stockton. I'm not
Okay.
terribly impressed with Georgia's run game. I mean, they took Alabama to the woodshed in terms of rushing yards, but for the most part, I'm not really worried about Georgia's offense. I'm worried about Georgia's defense. Georgia's
Yeah.
defense looks really good. I think they have the same kind of problem we have: really good defense with an underwhelming offense.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair to say. I mean, Kirby Smart is a defensive coach in general, and his defenses have always been a step ahead of the offense. I agree with you. Their offense looks pedestrian. Gunnar Stockton, Carson Beck, there's a lot of things that they do that are exactly the same, except the difference is Gunnar Stockton is less experienced. We neither one of us were high on Carson Beck last year. We didn't see the first round talent that everyone talked about. He looks good in Miami, but he's also playing an ACC schedule.
ACC.
Which hey, ask Xavier Chaplin the difference between the ACC and the SEC. I think he'd tell you real quick the difference in talent.
One's definitely louder at the very least. We all know that. You
Apparently
can't
that's a
hear
big issue.
a damn thing. Like,
It's
come
annoying,
on.
dude. But yeah, Gunnar Stockton, I just like you said, he's just not. He doesn't look that impressive. He makes okay decisions. If they start running the ball miraculously in this game, then I think we have something to worry about. But our rush defense has been pretty damn good this year. We've let a couple of big runs get by, but for the most part, I feel extremely confident in our defense and being able to stop Georgia. If Georgia scores 21 points or more, it could spell disaster for us. Let's just be perfectly honest, Josh.
I think it could, but I think if our defense plays well enough and our offense can put together 3 or 4 drives that put points on the board, it's going to be a 50-50 ball game.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's any other way around it. But if our offense can't do anything other than 2 solid drives, we're cooked.
Okay. Yeah.
Defense can only do so much.
No, I agree 100%. Um, the thing is though, I think also what has to be talked about that we haven't talked too much about it is we're back at home, man. Playing away in the SEC is one of the
Hard.
toughest things in the country to do right now. It is. I mean, just ask Texas. Ask them how hard it is to play in front of a true home crowd. I don't think that they've seen a home crowd like that since they've gotten to the SEC. Albeit the Swamp is top three home crowds in our book. Um,
Okay,
they
but
they
it's
are absolutely
Gators.
ridiculous. So
It's, Arch Manning was overrated.
he was. If his last name wasn't Manning, he would have been a 3 star. But that's beside the point. We're finally back at home, and things should get better. I don't think we're gonna have as many issues on offense as we have being on the road, and I think our defense is going to love playing in front of those crazy Auburn fans that are just going to be all riled up from retiring Cam Newton's jersey and just absolutely just foaming at the mouth, ready to yell at these freaking Georgia football players. We won't be barking at the opposing team like the Georgia faithful, but it's going to be pretty damn close.
Georgia fans, in my opinion, are just like Raiders fans, just a bunch of freaks. I just don't understand.
That's fair, man.
Just
I agree with
friggin'
you there.
freaks.
I agree with you there. So, okay, Josh, let's make some predictions here. Who is going to make the most impact on both sides of the ball for you? Do you want to start off, or do you want me to start off?
Go ahead.
Okay. I am going to shock the world, and I'm going to start on the offensive side. Are you ready for this? Because I don't think you are. Xavier Chaplin is going to make the most impact on the offensive side because he's playing at home. The crowd is not going to be yelling in his ears. He's going to be able to hear the cadence, and he is not going to have a single offsides or false start penalty on him in this game. And
That's
he
a hot take. That's a bold
and
prediction.
he is going to bounce back. I have nothing to back this up. I do not have any
Nothing.
facts to back this up. It is just a feeling that I have. I think we're going to see what made him the top target on the offensive line in the portal.
Okay. I was actually going to say Xavier Chaplin, but I'll
Oh
go a
no,
different
you
route.
weren't. Oh come
I
on.
was. I was. I'm going to go a different route, and I'm going to say Hugh Freeze is going to make the biggest
Mm,
impact on the offense.
okay.
I mean, if it's going to be very telling the first few drives of the game on whether or not he actually listened and made adjustments in this off week, and if he didn't, I mean, he's basically setting the fire himself.
Oof.
If he doesn't make the adjustments, he's good as gone. So he's definitely going to be the one, in my opinion, that makes the biggest positive or negative impact on the offense.
Okay, that's fair. That is 100% fair. I'm going to go on the defensive side. Xavier Atkins would be too easy of a call. I think, man, uh, I'm going to go with Keyron Crawford. I think he is going to have another stellar game and just a wonderful game from him. He has been putting pressure on opposing offenses quarterbacks constantly. When he is not in the game, our defensive line looks completely different. They're able to really key in on a few people, and there's just he just seems to be the one that always gets loose whenever everybody is focusing on Keldrick Falcon. So I think Kieran Crawford is going to have a phenomenal game.
Okay. So yeah, I think the defensive line is going to have a very big impact, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Kieron's going to be the player that benefits the most. I'm actually
Both.
going to say Caleb Harris. I think this is going to
Ooh.
be a Caleb Harris breakout game. What more to do? What better game to do that than against a team with a mid QB and Gunnar Stockton inside of Jordan Hare under the lights? And it's going to
Okay.
be, I mean, that defensive line and linebacker core is going to force Gunnar Stockton to make some uncomfortable decisions, and Caleb Harris is going to be there to reap the benefits of it. So I truly I have nothing to back this up. It's just a gut feeling. I think this is going to be a catty Texas A&M type game for Auburn on
Wow.
Saturday.
Wow. It's probably gonna be about that loud. Let's just be honest. Everybody is going to be just absolutely chomping at the bit to get to these Georgia players.
It's true.
Um,
I mean, no other fan base is as loud as Auburn fans are
no.
when they have nothing to lose.
That's
Absolutely
that is
not.
true. That is true. That is true. And hey, and on that, Josh, War Damn Eagle, man. I caught you with the
Oh,
water
damn
bottle.
Eagle. She did.
There goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis